Welcome back to the channel. For the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 years, I've been using our Jonsered 2171 Turbo, which is a 71cc saw. I got a 28-inch bar for it, which has made cutting so much more enjoyable with the saw, worth hefting around the extra weight, because I don't have to bend over as much and I can cut bigger trees a lot easier. I've purchased the Johnsered 572 XP, and of course, I got a 28-inch bar on it. It is also a 71cc saw, but it is new. The reason I purchased this saw is because the piston on this 2171 has scoring, and I don't want to risk that thing bricking itself, and then we either A, have to rebuild that saw, or B, that we then have to have an emergency purchase to replace it when I could have just budgeted for it. It could run for another couple of years and be fine, or it could die tomorrow. I don't know, but I'd rather purchase it now, and this saw will be around for a long, long time. Today's video is going to be a test and compare. They're both 71cc saws. Yes, that one's a 34-year-old saw. I think it's manufactured in 90 or 91, somewhere in there. This is a brand new saw. I've run 1 tank of fuel through it to just help seat everything, because that's most of what I've seen online was a good practice. So it's had a tank run through it, and now we're gonna make some cuts. All right, we're gonna make 3 cuts with each saw and see how they do. Now, do I see it being a massive difference? Probably not. It felt a little quicker, but maybe that's just a placebo effect of a new saw. So we're gonna go 2 more cuts. This section does look a little bit thicker, so I'm gonna give it to the new saw. And the 2 cuts over here, I'm gonna give to the Johnsered. And we're gonna, they're not exactly even, but it'll be close enough. And if the new saw beats the Johnsered in smaller wood, we know it's a clear winner, but this will be a little bit longer of a cut. Cut number 2. Smooth. Lots of power. Feels nice. We got the 562 for one of the other camps a couple years ago, and I've done some cutting with that, and it didn't blow me away with like that it had way more power than the Johnsered, but it was a nice cut and a nice running saw. But the 572, if it was my personal saw and I had unlimited money, I would have buy this saw and send it to a saw shop, either rip saw or what is it, Donnie Walker, and have them port it and put a muffler on it. But it's a work saw, and I don't have unlimited money, so it's not something. It's a dream of mine for my personal saw one day when I have somehow win the lottery without playing it. Definitely felt it on that cut of it. Just kind of got, it was just slower. 100% that comes down to the age and the wear on the cylinder. If this had a new cylinder in it, maybe ported in a muffler, that saw would probably beat the stock 572, but it's an old man. Wow, that also doesn't help. I think that I'll show you. Right through that limb. So that doesn't help. That definitely slowed it down. But, well, you know what? We could get a slice through that and see what happens with the new saw. I mean, we got a good bite out of it. As you can see, like, we cut through it. It wasn't shaving. So, you know, we got that cookie. I started editing the footage, and throughout my rambling, I made a couple errors. One, I said the new saw was the Jonsered, which that's not the case. Error number two, I said that I think I cut it out, but I said that they had the same chain on, and that was incorrect. The Husqvarna was running a new Husqvarna chain, and the Johnsered was using a brand new organ chain. And then I've sharpened them both and realized how bad the organ chain was fresh out of the box. So I have two pretty much new organ chains. They have both been sharpened by myself, so margin for error, there is some, but they're going to be a lot closer. That felt quicker, but I'm going to make 3 more cuts with the Husqvarna and then do 3 more cuts with the Johnsered right next to each other. we'll do the same. We'll do 4 cuts with the Jonsered. Do the last cut as a dig the dogs in. They both are cutting really nicely. There's definitely a lot more power. Maybe it's not power necessarily. There's a lot more torque, and there's a lot more oomph to the Husqvarna 30-year-old saw with scoring on the piston. I'm sure the compression is not where it used to be or should be, especially compared to the new saw. So massive upgrade. Maybe one day I'll put a new cylinder in this, mess around with it and get it so it's more of a hot saw. Well, maybe I'll buy it off of work and do that on my own time, and then rerun this test and see what the difference is there. I just want to wrap up this video real quick. I'm going to show you the numbers. I can show you. I went through. Oh no. Okay, I didn't lose it. All right, I have the saw times on my phone. I wrote it down so you don't have to go back through. If you want to go back through and write them all down and compare, Husqvarna with the unsharpened chain comparison with the Husqvarna chain versus the Oregon chain, the Husqvarna was faster by about 2 seconds, except for one cut. The third cut, they were exactly the same. Not sure what happened there. With the second cuts, in the bigger pine, the first cut was pretty much the same. The second cut, the Johnsered, was slower, and then the third cut that I made with the Husqvarna was faster, even through the piece of limb. Then for test 2, the Husqvarna was quite a bit faster. And then the biscuit cuts, there was much less of a difference, but there was still a slight difference where the Husqvarna was faster, except for one cut. One cut, it was slower than all of them. So there might have been something in there, but on average, it's about... It depends. It depends on the size of it, but it is slightly quicker with the sharp chain. So just want to conclude this video with a crunch to the numbers, and it is in fact faster, however slightly. If you enjoyed this video, check out this video right here. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.